Today we are going to study about radioactivity. Now, what is radioactivity? Radioactivity is the spontaneous emission of alpha, beta, gamma rays which are coming from the nucleus of an atom. Now, these all radioactivity and nucleus, electrons, protons, neutrons, these all things you need to know in detail so that you understand radioactivity. Now, this was all possible because of Sir J.J. Thomson, the one who discovered electron. But protons and neutrons were also discovered, protons by Goldstein and neutrons by Chadwick. Now these electrons, protons and neutrons which are present within the atom, after they were being discovered, radioactivity was possible. So now you know in an atom there are electrons. Now these electrons are moving around in a particular orbit. Okay, now they do not give out energy when they are moving in the particular orbit, but when they jump from one orbit to another, then only the energy is emitted. So they are stable, okay, when they are moving in their orbit. Now nucleus of an atom consists of protons and neutrons. Now in an atom, the number of electrons in a particular orbit depends upon a formula, that is 2n square. So if it is first orbit, then it will be 2 electrons. If it is a second orbit, it has to be 8 electrons. Third orbit, just substitute 2n square. In n you put 1, 2 and 3 and you will get the number of electrons in the orbit. But later on you will study that stability is when there are 8 electrons in the orbit. Okay, now what is atomic number? Atomic number, that is Z, is the number of electrons or protons. What is mass number? Mass number, A is the number of protons and neutrons. Electrons do not have any mass. So what is mass number? Mass number is the weight of protons and neutrons. Now we are going to study something very important. What are isotopes? Isotopes are elements having the same atomic number, different mass number. Okay, so like for example you have hydrogen which has 3 isotopes: protium, deuterium, tritium, where atomic number is 1, mass number is 1. Atomic number is for deuterium it is atomic number 1, mass number is 2, and tritium is atomic number 1 and mass number is 3. So protium, deuterium, tritium are the examples of isotopes. So what are isotopes? Elements having the same atomic number, different mass number. Now likewise there are isobars. These are all different types of elements which are there having radioactivity. Okay, so you need to know all this before we go further on this topic. So what are isobars? Isobars are elements having the same mass number, different atomic number. It's just opposite to isotopes. Isotopes, what did I say? Same atomic number, different mass number. Now here in isobars, same mass number, different atomic numbers. Then there are isotones also. Isotones are elements having different number of electrons, different number of protons, but same number of neutrons. We have to learn the definitions nicely. Okay, so what are isotones? Are elements having different number of electrons, different number of protons, but same number of neutrons. Now this radioactivity is observed in elements greater than atomic number 82. Okay, now Henry Becquerel is the one who studied this. Now Rutherford also studied this, and Henry Becquerel, he called these rays Becquerel rays. Now you can see these rays which are coming out, they are very highly penetrating rays, they are very harmful rays, and they are used for various purposes. You know, this radioactivity is used, these rays, these elements, uranium salt, are the one which is having atomic number 82. In fact, all the elements having atomic number greater than 82, they give out these rays. So these rays which are coming out are very highly penetrating. We will be studying about these rays later on, but they are being put to use. Now see, electricity which is produced in most part of the world, like America, 80 to 90% of the electricity is produced because of these nuclear rays. These rays are called nuclear rays. Then it is used for treatment of cancer. Then there are some elements having atomic number less than 82, which are also found to be radioactivity. So they are called as radioisotopes. We will be studying that also later. So radioactivity is mostly with elements having atomic number greater than 82. Okay. Now about this rays, there are the three rays which are coming out, as I have told you. So what is radioactivity? Is the spontaneous emission of alpha, beta, gamma rays. So alpha rays, beta rays and gamma rays. Just see the structure. Now see, these rays are very penetrating. Okay, and they can cause cancer also if they enter us. So that's why they are kept in thick lead box. About 15 to 20 centimeter thick lead box is used. Okay, so then these rays do not come out and they can harm us. So they are kept over here, and see how the rays, this is an electric field which has been put over here. This is negative plate, this is positive plate. So negative plate, alpha rays are moving. Okay, so it must be that alpha rays must be positive, because positive rays will move towards the negative plate. Then beta rays, they are moving towards the positive plate. So then beta rays must be electrons. So because negative moves towards the positive. So alpha rays are positive rays, beta rays are negative rays. And look at this rays, gamma rays. They do not have any charge. That's why they are moving straight. So these are electromagnetic waves, just as you have studied in light waves. Light waves are electromagnetic waves, but these are very harmful, very highly penetrating rays. Okay, so see this, how the rays move. Have you observed something? That these alpha rays are taking little more time to turn, and beta rays, they turn immediately. You know why? Because alpha rays are positive, they are equivalent to helium atom. That's why they are moving faster. I mean to say, take long time to turn. They are heavy. Okay, but beta rays are electrons. They do not have any mass, so they turn immediately. Okay. Then alpha rays are positive, beta rays are negative, gamma rays do not have charge. Alpha rays is equivalent to the helium atom, beta rays are electrons, gamma rays are electromagnetic waves. Then alpha rays, they are less penetrating, beta rays are little more penetrating, gamma rays are the most penetrating. So we will be studying more about the properties of alpha, beta, gamma rays. Okay, now these rays they are coming out from the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so then no amount of energy or physical and chemical activity can stop these rays. Okay, these rays you cannot heat it. I mean to say, the element which is radioactivity, which exhibits radioactivity, elements having atomic number greater than 82. You cannot heat it or put it into chemical reaction, temperature, pressure, whatever activity you do will not stop these rays from coming out. They are spontaneous, they will be keeping on coming. Sometimes alpha rays will come, sometimes beta, sometimes gamma. It's not that alpha, beta, gamma, they come successively. Sometimes alpha, sometimes beta, gamma. So the elements like lead, having atomic number greater than lead, 82, these gives out these rays. Now these all definitions you have to write and learn. Okay, so atomic number Z, it is equal to the number of protons or electrons in the nucleus. Mass number A, it is equal to the nucleons, sum of the protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Isotopes, atoms of same elements having the same atomic number but different mass number A, are called as isotopes. Then see the isotopes of hydrogen: protium, deuterium, tritium. See, this atomic number is remaining the same, but now mass number changes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's because of the neutrons and protons. Okay, here the neutron number are changing. Carbon has two isotopes: 12, 6. This is atomic mass, this is atomic number, and 13, 6. Then chlorine has two isotopes, 3517, this is the mass number, and here is the atomic number, and 37Cl17. Learn this example. Isobars, atoms of different elements having the same number A but different atomic number Z are called isobars. Example, sodium and magnesium, see 2311, 2312. So here the mass remains the same but atomic number changes. Okay. If the number of protons and neutrons get interchanged inside the nucleus, they are called mirror isobars. So here you see the protons, neutrons are same. So, but then the number changes, that is proton and neutron get interchanged inside the nucleus. They are called as mirror isobars. Okay, remember what are mirror isobars? Mirror isobars, that is the number of protons and neutrons get interchanged. Then isotones, atoms of having different number of protons and electrons but same number of neutrons are called isotones. Example, sodium 2311, magnesium 2412. Now look at the difference between these two examples. They look alike now, but they are not same. Just see what is the difference between these two. You have to learn it accordingly. Otherwise you write the same and you lose your marks. Okay, radioactivity, the definition. It is the nuclear phenomenon. It is the spontaneous emission of alpha, beta or gamma radiation from the nucleus of an atom during its decay. Now note, now this is very important, objective question, one word answer. Difference between chemical change, nuclear change can also come. So here is the difference between nuclear change and chemical change, distinguish between. So if an atom undergoes a chemical change, there is a change in number of orbital electrons. Whereas if an atom undergoes nuclear change, there is a change in number of nucleons inside the nucleus. So whenever chemical reaction takes place, it's just the change of the electrons. But whenever nuclear reaction takes place, it is the change in the nucleons. Then a nuclear change requires much higher energy in the order of few million electron volt, which is 10⁶ times more than that of the chemical change. So nuclear change requires large amount of energy in few million electron volt, which is 10⁶ times that of chemical change. So nuclear reactor, wherever the electricity is produced, or nuclear bomb, they are situated at the outskirt, wherever very far away from the city. So because otherwise what happens, there can be any mishap because large amount of energy is required for this reaction. In nuclear reaction, the atomic number and mass number remains conserved. So left hand side the mass number and atomic number, how much ever it is, that is equal to right hand side atomic number and the mass number. So nuclear reaction, atomic number and mass number remains conserved. Now tin has the highest number of isotopes. Then what are stable isotopes? Stable isotopes are those which are having the number of neutrons equal to number of protons, and unstable isotopes having number of neutrons more than number of protons in the nucleus. So as you have seen in the diagram drawn earlier, when a radioactive substance is put into a lead chamber, it starts emitting alpha, beta and gamma rays. So what are the important properties of alpha, beta and gamma rays? These are very important, they come for the exam. So first property is nature of charge. Alpha particles, as I have told you, they are positive. They are stream of positively charged particles, helium nucleus. Beta particles, they are negatively charged, stream of negatively charged particles. These are electrons. Gamma particles, they are electromagnetic waves, they do not carry any charge. Now mass of alpha particles, 4 times the mass of proton. So alpha particles, they have mass 4 times the mass of proton. Beta particles equal to the mass of electron. Gamma particles no mass. Ionizing power, do you know what is the meaning of ionizing power? The tendency to remove the electron from the outermost shell. So alpha particles have the greatest ionizing power, beta particle less than alpha particles, and gamma particles negligible ionizing power. Penetrating power, so alpha particles, they have a very small penetrating power, they can be stopped by a skin also. Beta particles, they have little higher penetrating power, they can pass through 1 centimeter thick lead, but gamma particles, they can pass through 15 centimeter thick lead. So these are little more powerful than beta particles. Effect of magnetic and electric field. Slight deflection, deflection more than alpha particles, but in opposite direction we saw in the diagram sometime before. Then no deflection. Then stopping substance. These rays can be stopped by a thin paper. Human skin also. Beta particle cause more damage. Gamma particles, they cause immense damage. You can get cancer if you are exposed to gamma particles. Now the reaction. This is A is the atomic mass, Z is the atomic number. This is element X, that is the parent nucleus. When it gives alpha particle, mass number decreased by 4, atomic number decreased by 2. It is equivalent to the helium nucleus, helium 4 and 2. This is alpha particle. So when any element gives alpha particle, mass number decreased by 4, atomic number decreased by 2, equivalent to the helium atom. Now any particle gives beta rays. Okay, any element gives beta rays. The mass number remains the same, atomic number increases by 1. It is equivalent to electron. Just see this equation. You have to write and learn this equation. Same way, gamma particles. When any element gives gamma particles, there is no change observed except for the energy level. Energy level decreases. This is little higher energy level. This is little less energy level. Now similarities between alpha, beta and gamma particles. This is also very important. They ask you what are the similarities between alpha. The earlier ones are differences. These are similarities. They are all radioactive particles. They cause fluorescence on striking a fluorescent material. They affect photographic plate. Now the note. Now the beta particles are negative, but you do not have negative part inside the nucleus, right? Because electrons are situated in the orbit outside the nucleus. So where did this electrons or negative part come out from the nucleus? Now that's a very important question, always asked in the exam. Where are the beta particles coming from the nucleus? Now the electrons emitted in beta decay does not exist in the nucleus. It is created as a result of decay of one neutron. So whenever neutron which is present inside the nucleus, it splits. So protons are formed and beta particles given out. But beta particles, they have to be emitted. They cannot be stored in an atom. So one neutron into proton inside the nucleus and is instantly emitted. It is not possible for electron to stay inside the nucleus. Again, the electrons emitted in the beta decay does not exist in the nucleus. It is created as a result of decay of one neutron into a proton inside the nucleus and is instantly emitted. It is not possible for electron to stay inside the nucleus. Now the daughter product which is formed keep on giving rays. Then they become the mother and then a daughter, then again mother. This process keeps on going till a stable nucleus, that is of lead, is formed. Okay, so elements having atomic number greater than 82 keeps giving out rays till later on eventually they assume the atomic number and mass of lead. Now biological effect due to these rays. Now when we are exposed to these rays, now how do you expose to the rays? Sometimes radioactive material waste is disposed, or if those people are working in the radioactive reactor, or maybe they are staying near the reactor. Sometimes the water which is coming out from this reactor is polluted, so we can get infected. So what happens when you get infected? See, there are 3 ways of getting infected. One is short-term recoverable effect. That means we get recovered after some time. What happens in that effect? You get diarrhea, sore throat, loss of hair, nausea, etc. This is short-term recoverable. But if it's a long-term irrecoverable effect, what happens? You get leukemia and cancer. Okay. Then genetic effect is also there. If supposing you are having a genetic effect, that means your genes which are present in the cell get mutated. That means the children which those people who are getting infected, they will be having some deformities. Genetic effect in which the genes in the cell gets mutated due to exposure to nuclear radiations. Radioisotopes. So I had told you earlier the isotopes of some elements with atomic number less than 82. Now usually radioactive substances are having atomic number greater than 82, but there are some elements which are radioactive and they are having atomic number less than 82. So example is carbon 14(6), and potassium 40 and 19. So the isotopes of some elements with atomic number less than 82 are also found to be radioactive. These are called as radioisotope. Now background radiation. Now we are all exposed to the rays which are coming from the sun, the cosmic rays. Now you know alpha, beta, gamma rays are also given out from this. Okay, they are called as background radiation. But then they are very less quantity. Okay, so then this permissible dose for human safety is very less. As a result, they are harmless. Okay, so the background radiation are the radiative radiations such as alpha, beta and gamma, to which we all are exposed even in the absence of actual radioactive source. So sources, internal sources, that is inside our body, potassium K40 and carbon C14 and radium present in our body. External sources, cosmic rays and radon 222. It is not possible for us to keep ourselves away from these rays. These rays do not exceed the maximum permissible dose for human safety, hence harmless. Now you know whenever radioactive rays are given, you cannot stop these rays. So any physical changes such as pressure and temperature or chemical changes or strong electric and magnetic field do not alter the rate of disintegration of the radioactive substance. There are objective questions coming on this also. Now uses of radioactivity. Now this is very important. All these points, there are 8 in all. You have to learn all these 8 points because they are related to some definitions also. Like for example, what is radiation therapy, what are tracers, what is cardiology, what are gamma rays used for, what are alpha rays used for, what is carbon dating, what are beta rays used for. So all these things all these 8 points you need to learn them. Okay, so we'll study one by one all of this. So what is radiation therapy? Many diseases such as leukemia, cancer, etc. are cured by radiation therapy. Then the salts of weak radioactive isotopes such as radiosodium chloride, radioiron, radioiodine are used for diagnosis. Such radioisotopes are called tracers. These tracers are used to detect the suspected brain tumors and blood clots before they become dangerous. So the doctor injects us or those patients who are having cancer with radiosodium chloride, and then that is used as a tracer, and it helps us. Those people patient are passed through CAT scan, and so then they can detect the presence of the tumor and all. Okay, so that is called tracers and all. Radiosodium chloride is injected with common sodium chloride in human body, and the radioactivity of the blood at different parts of the body is tested to study the blood circulation. The process is called radiocardiology. Then gamma rays emitted by the radioisotopes are used to sterilize bandages, syringes and other equipment to make them germ free. This method is quicker, more reliable and cheaper. So this is one of the uses of gamma rays. You learn this. Now alpha rays emitted from the radioisotopes are used as projectiles for nuclear reactions. The scattering of alpha particles from the nucleus helps us in estimating the size of the nucleus and in understanding the nature of the nuclear forces. Okay, now the sixth use, the age of the rocks and hence buried plants is estimated by study of decay of carbon 14-6 in the remains of dead plants. The process is called carbon dating. So remember, this is the definition for carbon dating. Now radioisotopes such as uranium-235-92 are used as fuels for atomic reactors. Now 8 point, knowing the penetrating power of beta rays emitted from the radioisotopes, they are used to control the thickness of the paper, plastic and metal sheet during its manufacture. So it's used in factory, the beta rays. Safety rules while handling radioactive material. So whenever those scientists are there, they are handling this radioactive material for some purpose or the other. So they have to put they should put a special lead apron, lead gloves and handle the radioactive material with lead tongs. Second point, they are required to wear special film patches which tells the amount of radioactive exposure. Third point, the radioactive substance are kept in thick containers with very narrow opening, and then they should handle all the substances with lead tongs and all. Okay, now we'll study the source of harmful radiation. Radioactive fallout from the nuclear power plant. So wherever the nuclear power plants are there, there is radioactivity surrounding it. So people get infected. Then nuclear waste, all the waste from the nuclear power station, if it is not disposed properly, then they cause harmful radiation. Then cosmic radiation and X-rays. Okay, I'll be telling you about X-rays shortly. Now, safety measures in establishing a nuclear power plant. So what are the things you need to keep in mind before we start a nuclear power station? The nuclear reactor of power plant must be shielded with lead and steel wall so as to stop radiation from escaping to the environment. So it has to have thick lead, 15 centimeter minimum is required to stop the rays from coming out. Then second, the nuclear reactor must be housed in an airtight building of strong concrete structure which can withstand earthquake, fires and explosion. There must be a backup of cooling system for the reactor core. Now whenever this nuclear reactor works, a lot of heat energy is given out, so that need to be absorbed. So there are cooling system, and if that cooling system gets spoiled, then there should be a backup another cooling system, so that in case of failure of one system, the other cooling system could take its place and the core is safe from overheating and melting. Now, safe disposal of nuclear waste. How do they dispose the nuclear waste? The radioactive material after its use is known as nuclear waste. These nuclear waste are burned in specially constructed deep underground store far away from the populated area. So it is been taken away from the city areas. It is taken far deep into some jungle where it is been kept underground, that too. X-rays. These are produced when X-rays are stopped by a metal which has a high melting point. For example, tungsten. So when a high moving electron beam, it's been stopped with the help of tungsten metal which has a high melting point. So what happens? This rays, electron beam, when it hits the hard substance and then they deviate, producing X-rays. These rays, as you know, we've studied in light chapter. These rays are used to detect fracture in bones and teeth, etc. Now this is some important question which has come for the school exam. Like questions like this come for the school exam. So we'll study the questions. Now there are numericals, which are simple numericals which are coming, but you should keep in mind all the formulas for solving this. A certain nucleus P has mass number 15 and atomic number 7. Find the number of neutrons. The symbol of P. If the nucleus P loses A, 1 proton, and B, 1 beta particle, C, 1 alpha particle, write down the symbol of the nucleus in each case and express each change by a reaction. Now over here the mass number is 15, so and atomic number is 7. So when you are writing this, you are going to write 15 on top and 7 below, right? How you write the element? Like this: C, P, 15 and 7. Now as it is given atomic mass is 15 and atomic number is Z, you can find out the number of neutrons by this formula. A is equal to Z plus N. A is the atomic mass, Z is the atomic number, that is protons plus plus neutron. Okay, so 15 is equal to 7 plus N is equal to 8. So now over here, if this element gives 1 proton, the mass number decreased by 1 and atomic number decreased by 1. So 14 and 6 plus P1, proton mass number and atomic number is 1, decreased by 1. So now next, see, look at this. When it gives beta particle, this is when it gives the beta particle. So when it gives the beta particle, the atomic mass remains the same, atomic number increases by 1. Okay, so if it is 7, it becomes 8 plus electron 0 1. Just remember, when any particle gives beta rays are supposed to be electrons. Okay, so what happens to the mass number? Remains the same, atomic number increases by 1. Just remember that formula. You just learn and write the formulas down. And now when any element gives alpha particle, the mass number decreases by 4 and atomic number decreases by 2. Remember, when any element gives alpha particle, mass number decreases by 4, atomic number decreases by 2. So 15 minus 4, 7 minus 2, plus helium. This is the way how you write it. And then what is the atomic mass? 15 minus 4 is 11 and 7 minus 2 is 5. So this is how you are going to write it. Now another question. Uranium-238-92 emits 7 alpha particles, 13 beta and 8 alpha particles. State the atomic mass and atomic number of the resulting element. Now you know, when any element gives alpha particle, mass number decreases by 4 and atomic number decreases by 2. But here there are 7 alpha particles. So 7 times 4 gets decreased and 7 times 2 gets decreased. So accordingly you subtract and write like this after that. Then what is this element? What is 238 minus 28? It is 210. 92 minus 14, it is 78. And when it gives a beta particle, atomic mass remains the same, but atomic number increases by 1. But since it is 13 beta particles, then 13 times 1. Just remember this, practice this, and you should keep the formulas learned properly, written and learned. Okay, then only you will be able to solve sums like this. Plus 13 E0 minus 1. Now, when any element gives gamma particles, then the mass number and atomic number remains the same, but only the energy level decreases. So you just have to copy this as it is. Okay, but remember, this x becomes y and all. If you write x over here then again you lose your marks. So answer is atomic mass is 210, atomic number is 91. So you get questions like this also. This is a very tricky question, so you need to understand it well. You need to know the formulas also properly. A nucleus XAZ emits 2 alpha particles and 1 beta particles to form a nucleus. They have given the end element R having atomic mass 222 and atomic number 45. Find the atomic number and mass number of the resulting element. So now this element gives 2 alpha particles. So when it gives 2 alpha particles, when it gives 1 alpha particle, mass number decreases by atomic mass remains the same. Sorry, this is alpha particle. So when it gives alpha particle, what happens? Mass number decreases by 4, atomic number decreases by 2. So here it is 2 alpha particles. So 2 times 4, 2 times 2. Okay, when it gives 2 alpha particles, mass number decreases by 2 times 4 and atomic number decreases by 2 times 2. So A minus 8 and Z minus 4 plus 2 He4 2. Are you getting this? Then after that, this element further undergoes radioactivity, gives out 1 beta particle. So when it gives 1 beta particle, mass number remains the same, but atomic number increases by 1. So Z minus 4 plus 1. So what is Z minus 4 plus 1? It is Z minus 3. Okay, minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. So the new element after Y we are taken as R. So R, Z minus 4, and below it will be Z minus 4 plus 1. That is this. See, A minus 8 R and Z minus 3. Okay, this top ka you take it over here, and down ka Z minus 4 plus 1, that is Z minus 3. And they have given the answer also. If you check the resulting element, they have given 222 and over here it is 45. So then you compare both of them. Okay, A minus 8 is equal to 22. So if A minus 8 is 222, then A will be 230. Minus 8 goes that side. Okay, and then down ka Z minus 3 is 45. So then if Z minus 3 is 45, minus 3 goes that side, so it becomes 48. So like that, in this the atomic number and mass number of resulting element. So atomic number will be 48 and mass number will be 230. Now we are going to study all the important application questions based on previous year school papers. Now it's very important that you write this down and revise it before your exam. These are the type of application questions which you are going to get for your school and the board exam. Now the first question, which radiation produces maximum biological damage? What happens to the atomic number of an element when the radiation named by you in part 1 is emitted? So which radiation produces maximum biological damage? It is gamma radiation. Okay. And then what happens to the atomic number of an element when the radiation named by you is part 1 is emitted? No change will take place. Then second question, an atomic nucleus denoted by XAZ. A stands for the atomic mass, Z for the atomic number, emits an alpha particles. Then second is beta particle, third is gamma particles. Write the equation to show the formation of a daughter product. So this I have given it to you earlier, like when any element gives alpha particle mass number decreased by 4, this becomes less by 4, and atomic number decreased by 2, it's equivalent to the helium atom. And when any element gives beta particle, the mass number remains the same, atomic number increased by 1. And when any element gives gamma rays, mass number and atomic number both remains the same, only there is a decrease in the energy level. So mention any two differences between nuclear energy and chemical energy. This also I have made you do. I have made you write the answers. So the first point to this is release of nuclear energy is much greater than that of the chemical energy for the same mass of the substance involved. Release of nuclear energy involves the nucleus of the atom, while release of chemical energy involves only the electrons in the outermost orbit of the atom. Now fourth question. What will an alpha particle change into when it absorbs one electron and two electron? So when an alpha particle absorbs one electron, it changes to a singly ionized helium ion. And second point, if an alpha particle absorbs two electron, it changes to helium atom. Then next is state two similarities and two dissimilarities between gamma and X-rays. So both these rays are electromagnetic waves. Both these rays travels with the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And the differences between alpha and dissimilarities between gamma and X-rays is that the wavelength of gamma rays is shorter than that of the X-rays. Gamma rays are more penetrating than X-rays. Now state two similarities and two dissimilarities between beta and cathode rays. So over here in this both are negatively charged with charge and mass equal to that of an electron. Both are deflected by the electric and magnetic field. Both cause fluorescence on striking fluorescent material. Beta rays are given out from the cathode rays in their origin. Beta rays are given out from the nucleus of the atom, while cathode rays are given out from the orbital electrons. Now the next question. A mass of lead is embedded in a block of wood. Radiation from a radioactive source is incident on the side of the block to produce a shadow on a fluorescent screen placed beyond the block. The shadow of the wood is faint, but the shadow of the lead is dark. Give reason for the difference. So the shadow of the wood is faint because only the alpha radiation are stopped by wood. Since alpha radiations are least penetrating, the shadow of lead is dark because beta and gamma radiation are also stopped by lead. If wood is replaced by aluminium or any other light metal, the shadow of aluminium will remain faint because aluminium will not stop gamma radiation. Now the next one. State one use and one harmful effect of radioactivity. So now radiation obtained are used to cure some disease like cancer. Harmful effect, the radiation obtained can damage the living tissues. Now next question, a radioactive substance is oxidized. What changes would you expect to take place in the nature of radioactivity? No change because radioactivity is a nuclear phenomenon. A radioactive source emits three types of radiation. Which radiation has zero mass? So it will be gamma radiation. Name the radiation which has the lowest ionization potential. Gamma radiation. Name the radiation which has the lowest penetrating power. Gamma radiation. Lowest penetrating power will be alpha radiation. Give the charge and mass of the particles compose the radiation in case when the particles referred to in the case 3 becomes neutral. They are found to be the atom of rare gas, that is helium. Name this rare gas and draw the model. You have to draw the model yourself. From which part of the atom do this radiation come from? They come from the nucleus of the atom. Okay, next. Question number 11. Why are alpha particles not used in radiotherapy? Why do we usually use isotopes emitting gamma radiation as radioactive tracers in medical science? So as these have low penetrating power and can be stopped by a few centimeters of air or by skin, therefore it is not used. Gamma radiation are used because these type of rays readily pass out of the body and are less likely to be absorbed by the cells than that of alpha rays. Then next question. Why are which of the radiation, alpha, beta or gamma? Sorry, question number 12. What are the two kinds of isotopes? State the element which has the highest number of isotopes. What are radioisotopes? So the two types of isotopes I have already discussed it with you, stable and unstable, and which element has the highest number of isotopes, that also I have told you before. Now you write these answers down after referring to the video. Then question number 13. State the nature of infrared and gamma rays. How do they differ in their wavelength and penetrating power? So then next one is gamma rays have a very high penetrating power. Okay, gamma rays are electromagnetic waves. Both are electromagnetic waves. Wavelength and penetrating power, you have to write it down, referring the video which I have put in. Now uranium nucleus, uranium 23892, undergoes several disintegration and ultimately decays to lead 20682. How many alpha and beta particles are emitted? Now this type of questions do come for the exam. So here if you check properly, if you want to find out alpha particles, whenever any element gives alpha particle, mass number decreased by 4, right? So just subtract this both and divide by 4. That will give you the exact alpha particles. So 238 minus 206 is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 alpha particles. Now for finding out beta particles, you actually solve for 8 alpha particles. So uranium, when it gives 8 alpha particles, the mass number decreased by 8 times 4 and atomic number decreased by 8 times 2. So it forms 206 and 76. And the element they have given is lead, that is 20682. So you compare, you know, when it gives beta particle, the mass number remains the same, but atomic number increases by 1. So how much is this increase than this? Then subtract this both. Then whatever number comes, that is your beta particles. Now likewise complete the following nuclear changes. So this element X, atomic mass, atomic number, it gives beta particle to give X1. Then this gives gamma rays to give X2, and this gives alpha rays to give X3, and this gives beta rays to give X4. So you have to write the values of X1, X2, X3, X4. Okay, so X1 will be what? So A, when it gives beta particle, mass number remains the same, atomic number increased by 1. When it gives gamma rays, it remains the same. When it gives alpha rays, mass number decreased by 4, atomic number decreased by 2. So plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And when it gives beta particle, mass number remains the same, atomic number increased by 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is Z. Now complete the following nuclear changes. X, when it gives alpha particles, is X1. It's just like the earlier one. Then X2, X3, and then it gives X4, that is 206 and 82. So accordingly you should know what is the atomic mass and atomic number of X1, X2, X3. Think about it and put it in the group, Excel Mind group, and let me know or in the comments. So if you have liked and understood this video, please share and subscribe so you'll get many videos like this. That's all for today. Bye.